Hi Stampers, this is Dawn and today we're going to make the Triple Easel card. This is the one we're going to make today with the little ladybug. Isn't it cute? But I got this one in the mail from Martha McLean. I believe that's how you say your name, Martha. I'm so sorry, but I absolutely love your card. So here's the card she sent me. And then we're making this one exactly like Martha did in the glitter pit. So if you missed that video, the replay can be found in the description below. You can click that link and it will take you to my blog, and it will have both of the videos, the ladybug one and the meerkat one. But this is so cute, such an adorable way to use that meerkat stamp set from Celebration this year. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the ladybug card. All right, so I went ahead and did a lot of pre-work just because I felt like this video was going to probably take too long. So I'll give you all the measurements and the scoring, and then also the colors that I use for the ladybugs, and also the measurements for the designer paper. All right, so let's go ahead and sort all this out. Okay, so let's start with the base. I'm going to use the watercolor paper, and this is called the Fluid 100 watercolor paper, and this is in the annual catalog. And you're going to get 10 sheets, and they're 5 by 7, so you're going to cut this down to 4 by 5. And then the longest piece, you're going to need the 12 by 12 Whisper White or the vanilla. We have both choices, but I'm using the Whisper White today. And this piece of Whisper White is cut at 4 by 12, and you're going to score this at 4, 6, and 8. Okay? And then this panel also needs the layers, which we got real red. You're going to need to cut 2 of these, and these are both cut at 3 3/4 square. And then the designer paper is the Golden Honey, and this is the designer paper that's in the Celebration collection right now. It's so beautiful. So we're using the black and white side. So I cut 1 of each, one with the like the hexagon or slash polka dot, and then 1 with the stripe. And these are both cut at 3 5/8 square. Then the next size card down, you're going to need this piece to be cut at 3 by 9, and you're going to score this piece at 3, 4 1/2, and 6. And then these are the layers for this card. You're going to need 2 pieces of real red, and these are both cut at 2 3/4 square. And then the designer paper is cut at 2 5/8 square, 2 of those. Then the smallest card for the Triple Easel card, this piece is cut at 2 by 6, and you're going to score this piece at 2, 3, and 4. And then you're going to need 2 pieces of real red, 1 3/4 square, and then the designer paper is 1 5/8 square. Then you're also going to use a piece of real red, and this is a strip cut at 1 by 4. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and layer all our layers together first. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so we got all our layers. Now we're going to go ahead and fold all our pieces of our card. So we're going to go ahead and use our bone folder. I'm going to go ahead and fold all of these and burnish them with the bone folder. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so now this is how the card is going to be put together. So you're going to have this first fold as a valley, and this one as a mountain, and then this one as a valley. So then when the card closes, it's going to look like a 4 by 4 little card, really, like a card front. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up, and we're going to attach this section right here to the back of this panel right here. Right here. So we're going to take our snail, adhere that panel to that section right there. So it should look like this now, because this is going to be the easel part of our card, so it's going to sit up like that. So once again, once I adhere all that down, I'm going to reinforce those score lines. Okay, so it should sit up like this from the front, and then it should look like this from the side. Okay, so now we're going to do the other 2 pieces the exact same way. So this one's going to be a valley, mountain, and a valley. Just like that. Then we're going to attach this little piece right here to this back of this front of this easel part. Okay, so then this is going to be the easel part of the card. Once again, I'm going to reinforce those fold lines. Okay, so there's the card number 2, and then card number 3. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and layer our layers onto the bases of our cards. And the reason you need 2 is one for the front. I'm going to actually put the stripes on the front of this one here. And then I'm going to put the dots on the inside part. Okay, and you're going to do that to the other 2 pieces as well. So let me go ahead and attach all these layers. Okay, so now our cards are done. Now we're going to go ahead and start building the cards. So you're going to use your watercolor paper. This is a heavier weight cardstock, so it makes a nice base for the card to sit up on. So we're going to use this larger piece first and our strip of real red. So I'm going to go ahead and attach the real red first. We're just going to put this right at the bottom edge of the watercolored paper. And then we're going to attach our easel part of the card. Remember, this is the way the card works. So we're going to put some adhesive on the back side. Okay, so attach that down really nicely. All right, then the next card, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put adhesive on the back side, and we're going to attach this to the in front of this flap here. Okay, so I didn't measure where to set this panel at, the second one. So what I did is I just took the bottom edge and I kind of centered it in the middle of the real red strip. Right about there. I mean, you could measure it if you wanted. Got some glue right here. Hold on, I guess get that off of there. Okay. All right, so then we're just going to set this one up like this, remember? And then this is what the idea is, that the card is going to serve as the blocker part for your easel part of the card. Okay, so now this one we're going to take the bottom edge right here, and we're going to put it right on the edge of the real red strip or the watercolored paper, making sure to center that. And then that one's going to be the blocker for the second card right there. Isn't that cute? I love this card. All right, so then I went ahead and colored and die cut out all the ladybugs, the flower, and then also the greetings. So let me show you where I got all these at. So the little ladybug is a stamp set that you can earn right now through Celebration, and it's for a qualifying order. You'll get this stamp set for free. And then you can also get the ladybug dies. And these are during the coordination promotion for the new release products. There was 5 dies and a package of designer paper that just released this month. So you can buy the ladybug dies that coordinate with the little ladybug stamp set. And then I also used the Hey Lady from the little ladybug stamp set, and I used the Stitch So Sweetly dies, and I used the smallest rectangle scallop for that. And that's going to serve as my stopper for the little tiny card in the front. Okay. And then I went ahead and already put my dimensionals on some of the ladybugs, not on all of them. And then also I'm going to use the snail for the flower, and then these 2 ladybugs. And then also on the Hey Lady, I put dimensionals on that. So let me go ahead and put the little Hey Lady on here. And depending on how you want that to sit up, you'll just add your greeting right there as a stopper, just like that. And then it's just a matter of decorating with your ladybugs and then the flower. So I'm going to add the flower with the card sitting up, because I want the card to sit up with the ladybug and the flower positioning the way I want it to look when it's sitting up. All right, so we're going to put the flower over here. And I used the Daffodil Delight combo with the Granny Apple Green combo in the Stampin' Blends. So I'm just going to position the flower over here to the right side. I'm going to take this ladybug with the wings opened up like she's fluttering over to the flower. Put her right here. So this is what that looks like so far. And then the next card, I'm going to put 2 ladybugs. This one is the one I want in the very front with the flower. And then these 2 I'm going to put on the second card. And the ladybug, I used the real red. And then on the belly, I used the crumb cake and then the petal pink for her face and hands. So remember, I'm going to have this card setting up the way I want it to look when it's setting up. I'm going to take this one with the dimensionals. Put this one right over here. So cute. And then we're going to put this one with the flower, this ladybug right here, on the very front. Okay, so that's the way the card looks sitting up. I'm hoping I can show you this without it all flapping forward here. Hold on, let me show you. Just kind of hold it in place. Okay, so it's like a 3-tier card when it's actually setting up. But then this is how the card folds up to be mailed. So you're going to lay the first one down, then the second one, and then the third one folds down like that. So then you mail the card just like this. And then you can also add another piece of Whisper White to the back side for signing it like Martha did on hers. Let me show you. Here's Martha's again with the meerkat. So cute. So she just added another piece of Whisper White and signed the card for me. Oh my gosh, Martha, your card is so cute. I absolutely love it. So then you open it, you just prop up each of the panels just like that. So cute. I love, love, love it. All right, and then here's the other one that I made with the ladybug. And then here's the one that I made similar to the one we made in the glitter pit. So you might want to catch out that replay. I give you a couple tips on this one here. So cute. And that meerkat is called the Gang's All Mirror. Let me show you that one really quick. This is the stamp set, and this is free during celebrations, so we're going to use a lot of the images in this stamp set for this card. Okay, so if you want that link, once again, just click the description box down below this video, and it will take you to my blog where both videos are posted. All right, so if you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll have all the items listed below. And then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Bye.